Radical.
Welcome to part 2 of Radical Rapid Fire Comment Response for July 18th to July 24th, 2022. Short comments, quick replies. 90G, I'm getting a Miko. Oh, okay, so you're getting a Miko. You happen to be the only person getting an Amico. I think you have an inside track. You've probably heard what I've heard. Apparently, Amazon is inking a deal with Tommy Tallarico and Amico, and they're actually even changing the name of Amazon. Amizo! And they're going to have a special deal. Because apparently their gaming stuff is really not working out so well. So, yeah, you heard it here. Dumez. Rick, I will send my car for 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes charging. You have an electric car. A game included will be excellent, especially with Cloud Save. Just jump in right where you left off. See, I can see that. You know, if you go to a charging station and you're sitting there for 30 to 40 minutes, I could see having some games to play would be really nice. Here's my solution. Get yourself a Switch and, play that Switch for 30 minutes. Or there's always the option, if you're in a shaded area, to just get some Jergens and play with yourself. Undead Ocarina Gamer. Speaking of Tesla, the company is likely to do what BMW is doing and bringing microtransactions to the car industry. I'm likely not to buy the Tesla even if I had the money. Yeah, two things. If I had the money, I wouldn't buy a Tesla. If I had the money, I would probably buy 2 gasoline-powered vehicles for the money. It's not a good use of money, right? Unless you just want those bragging rights that you have a Tesla, and even then, you just save up for a car that you can actually get some bragging rights for. Teslas, I don't know. To me, Now, as far as microtransactions, Red Stratus 97 brought this to my attention, and I haven't really looked into it fully, but I will say I definitely don't like or agree with microtransactions when it comes to video games. I don't like and agree with it when it comes to YouTubers. And I damn sure don't agree with it when it comes to cars. Cars are expensive enough, and they're adding microtransactions onto that. Yeah, I'm going to look into that and maybe do a standalone upload. Red Strice 97, I haven't used a machine, but I bought used games that have been in those machines and they have worked fine. I'm playing PS1 Chrono Cross right now, and those discs were resurfaced. No issues at all. Yeah, if you ever are going to buy a resurfaced disc and you look at it and, maybe you could tell it looks different. I'm not entirely sure. Can you tell a resurfaced disc looks a little different from just visual inspection? Always. And this is, if possible, when you buy any game from anywhere, look at the disc and ask if you can actually try it out. If whoever you buy it from has a machine specifically, or console, specifically if they sell resurfaced disc. When I'm play marketing, I like to, whenever possible, have the console right there. So when someone buys something, I put it right in the console, and yeah, they know it works. Oh, buffering. Y'all hate to see someone so successful, y'all just can't duplicate the process. And then a crying emoji. You were talking about Phoenix Resale. One of my criticisms of Phoenix Resale, one of those uploads. I think when I called him Weasel, I said being successful as a weasel and taking advantage of people is nothing to be proud of. Now, some people might argue, with all success, there are crimes, there are taking advantage of people to be successful. But there's plenty of people out there that have become successful by not being a goddamn reselling weasel. And you can be a reseller, but if you're a reselling weasel on the Weasley level of Phoenix Resale, then that is nothing, absolutely nothing, to be proud of. Chance Lazon. $100 a month? Are you out of your mind? You're talking about Angry Joe. We just talked about microtransactions, and Patreon is actually a microtransaction on YouTube. In the case of Angry Joe, he has a $100 tier on his Patreon. You're out of your mind. I agree with it. You're out of your mind to pay someone $100 a month, and you're out of your mind, absolute mind, regardless of who you are on YouTube. Specifically, if you're someone that has a gaming channel like Angry Joe, you have the idea that $100 is a fair price to charge someone on Patreon. No, it's not a fair price. There's nothing fair about it. That is completely... Years go by since I've actually reported on these things, and I'm still shocked. Yongye, I think, doesn't he have a $200 tier? It just sounds absolutely insane. absolutely insane. And anyone has to be out of their mind that actually, number one, defends it. Number two, pays these YouTubers. Number three, the YouTubers that actually do it. Out of your mind. Yeah. Stop the cap. Good morning, Rick. Have a nice day. I was thinking about that phrase, have a nice day. And I think about Mick Foley. That was his big catchphrase. The Rock had, if you smell what the Rock is cooking. Hogan had, well, say your prayers, take your vitamins, and Hulkamania's running wild on your brother. And, Vince McMahon had, it's like, do you take hundreds? Because the thing that Vince did. But no, of all the catchphrases, the 25th, it was a list. 25 out of all of them was have a nice day, Mick Foley. I was thinking that's kind of a weird catchphrase. Where'd that come from? What's the origin of have a nice day? Well, it was actually from good old JR. Maybe he was thinking about what a good catchphrase would be, and JR suggested, let's just go out there and say have a nice day. Everyone says have a nice day. You go to a drive-through, that's how they finish, have a nice day. You buy something somewhere else, have a nice day. I say the same thing at the flea market after I've completed a sale. Thank you. Have a nice day. It's just it's so common. So the fact that was a huge catchphrase, it's no small feat that Mick Foley actually made that a huge catchphrase. Again, it's not like, if you smell what the Rock is cooking, or Austin's 316 says Austin's going to whip your ass. No, just have a nice day.